I don't want to waste your time, so there won't be an intro. This match between Tempostorm and Oxygen features some really cool attacking ideas from the side of Tempostorm, and honestly, that made me a fan of them. Obviously, the timing is a bit unlucky because they got absolutely slaughtered by TSM yesterday, but I still think that this map is very much worth a watch. Also, if you're watching this within the first few hours after release, then you can catch me live on stream right now. Link is in the description. Why am I with an 80% ban rate this season? Get banned again? Banned again. Same for Thatcher then too, right?
She offers quite a bit, especially a deployable shield. That's exactly why Vertical and the rest of OXG will be bringing her. They're bringing her for that shield.
Alibi over Melusi or Goyo.
Take a look at the setup here.
Both Melusi and Goyo are better here, right?
Third floor hold here on Oxygen. Not too much in terms
Yes, Alibi's fine, right? Alibi brings a shield, right? That's gotta be worth something.
It's usually a very similar formula from team to team, and it looks like that's exactly what we're going to get here. The walls going west and east will be reinforced on the inside of freezer and bathroom, but the north to
Think like me, Reaper mutes the caster since they tend to just parrot. I didn't see our game live, right? So. But I do usually have casters on, actually. I mean, to be fair, I don't like listen that intensely, but at the very least, I don't have them muted. Mainly for in-game sound, though, to be honest. With some weird observing choices, you gotta piece together what's happening based on sound too.
See a bit of a slow start to the round here for Tempo. Definitely doing some exploring here before they try to commit themselves to anything. Creator seemed like he was messing around over on the second floor, although I don't know if he actually went to the.
Yeah, so this is pretty default, alright? Like nothing interesting going on here.
That was true. Either way, kept himself in safe.
Takes him a lot of time to get into the map.
One from Oxygen was going to be able to get an early kill off.
Like that's like part of Cafe, right? You need to rappel up to the roof from spawn. That alone is like 30 seconds at the very least. Also Vert. Yeah, but this is I'd say rather slow. Also Vert is insane in these kind of positions. Like he has missed quite a few shots this game, like at least on Villa. But usually he's actually insane in these kind of positions. It's so right. It's so hard for attackers to deal with him here. He's just such a good player. Okay, got control in the losing one player. Who also Ace is so nice because you can finally open this. Like, you don't want to play double hard bridge, right? Like that's kind of weird on Cafe. And with Hibana, you couldn't open this, or like you could, but then you'd have to crouch prone through. That's kind of awkward. With Ace, you can finally open this and still get this and get this too. Ace is just so much better than Hibana. It's actually crazy.
They can just cut off Fox, say, rotating back upstairs with Laxing, so there is still some options here for Tempo.
Okay, so what do you do here? Also, interesting to note is it's very easy to get rid of this K charge. Like, I don't know if it's here, behind the wall. In that case, it's easy to get from Repel. Or if it's below, in which case it's easy to get from Repel. Just from the Repel one story down. So at the very least, you can always breach this wall in bathroom, which you should.
I don't see any players in clutch positions that are going to come in late round to try and change that up for them. They are very much going to have
running a bit out of time though here. Vert can probably carry this like on the push.
All 5 of them are still up, standing strong. Slash is the only one that's even taking any damage.
They haven't prepared. Okay, I guess it's fine.
They are still able to try.
Okay. Maybe that's actually part of the plan, right? You intentionally don't prepare, or like, let's tell the story a different way. This is a very nice plan spot. It is actually exposed to bathroom, so I guess Vert can also kill this guy right now. But this is not bangable, at least not easily. Like, you cannot deny this plant by just banging through here. So usually what you do is you prepare this closet by shooting out the individual parts. But here, you got an impact left.
They are still able to try
and
go
deny
for
the
a
plant that
play
way.
here. Crazy.
Kind of baiting the attackers into it.
Slash gets a bit closer to him, but a nice attempt
That's
from
interesting.
Tempo. It will be for naught, though.
That was
Left as the last man standing.
intended as a bait, and that's very cool. Also, did they prepare?
It will be
Because
for
I
naught, though.
okay, yeah, they did prepare this. Right?
Definitely did
Give me a
not.
second.
Slash gets a bit closer to him, but a nice attempt from Tempo.
So you see how this is open, right? Like this is to prepare the bathroom angle.
It will be for naught, though.
So you need to prepare this, and you need to prepare this closet. Yeah, could be an interesting bait though. I wonder if that's the reason here. I like it.
They take the lead.
Just missed the entire buck there. You know, the entire shot went.
One is banned. Who has a shield for pixel?
Which is
Alibi.
pretty
Yep.
unfortunate.
Alibi.
But Tempo did start off, you know, the usual way that we see teams start off on Cafe. Hey, we need Christmas control. Start working on either trash wall or trying to get control of the white hallway. It just obviously depends. But this time around, they had to worry about that mid level, which they just were not ready for. They really didn't drone at anybody downstairs. Laxing and Fox had probably one of the calmest rounds that they've had throughout this entire series so far. They kind of just sat on their hands and really didn't have to do too much.
Casters are a little bit Rare to have a caster who knows the game really well, like Higgs for example. Other than that, other casters have basically 15% game knowledge. Probably wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I mean it's no secret that a lot of people dislike casters in Rainbow, right? I wonder, is this actually the same for every game, or is this Rainbow specific? Like, do the high-level players in League of Legends also dislike League of Legends casters? Because I'd imagine there's just some baseline that people just always dislike casters. In that case, there's nothing we can do about that, right?
Well, here on top of trying to maintain some second and third floor control as long as possible.
Yeah, but to be fair, like it's rare to see something that is like outrageously wrong. I think, at least I can't remember the last time I heard something that is very obviously wrong. I'm fine with the casters. Why don't pros just go on white stairs, window repel, and shoot the ADS? Well, could be interesting actually. And true, I mean you already noticed yourself that you don't want to repel white stairs. But it's also true, in that stage of the game you're probably not worried about a run out. But you can always like place the ADS so they're safe from white stairs. I agree, a lot of teams aren't doing that. And I think there is potential. But as soon as that becomes common, it's going to be weak again, right? Because then you can just move your ADS placement. So let me quickly catch up on chat. Holy shit, too many messages.
So soft for the time being on this
Hey.
for OXG. Reason I was checking that.
I want a replay enchant that is literally just his face from the profile picture. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I feel like that would reduce the amount of charm sold.
Is mute. He can always just shotgun that open for them. Looking here now, Malusi's already used her impacts as well, so it does seem that.
I really liked in the Dark Zero Sonics game where Sonics used impact grenades to zone out attackers and isolate 1v1s. That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, they do.
Does sound interesting.
That's more traditional.
In that white area, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That's allowing for Laxing to have some room to fall back there if the need arises, on top of just allowing anybody behind that to get a good angle against some white stairs push, should we see that from Tempo.
So what's going on here?
Oh, and we are going to see the first kill. This time it's Creators, though. More than likely on that Ash. Yes, indeed.
Oops. Do we see that live?
To get a good angle against some white stairs push, should we see that from Tempo.
Ash peeking? Out of drone?
On from the round here. Oh, and we are going to see the first kill. This time it's Creators, though. More than likely on that Ash.
But yeah, like, the thing is, I do not fault Vert for dying here, like, especially if there was no drone. That is just like, that is what I'm preaching basically. You stay here, you shoot a drone, then you fall back. There was no drone and you get clapped, happens. I can't complain about that. With that wouldn't be consistent with what I'm preaching. Now you shoot the drone. Now you fall back. Now you fall back.
Unfortunate for him, but Oxygen's still going to stick to their guns as Laxing is slowly falling off of white stairs. Nothing just yet, waiting for somebody to hop over and make the critical mistake here.
Okay, he's greedy, he's going to get another drone, but now you fall back. Okay, I guess.
Finally finding Laxing on
Maybe,
mid-white stairs. Rotate back down.
A bit greedier than I guess, but fine.
But losing quite the member indeed.
And now you got, okay, you actually didn't get that many drones, but you got enough time, right? You got quite a bit of time here.
Actually is Fox, so this could be a little tricky here for Tempo Storm if they're not exactly ready for it as they start the verticality.
And they still don't know if everything is clear, right? See how much time this takes them. And now for the freezer tag. And like here, Ace is so nice, right? And now you get smokes for free in your lineup. I'm actually a big fan of that. Like the fact that you have smokes in your lineups regularly now. Because what you do here probably is you have Ace on white stairs and then smoke off Christmas. And then just drop freezer. They're running out of time though.
A whole lot of time. So this is going to be an all-in-one execute here. If this fails, that's the end of the round for them.
But they don't even have holes. Or are there holes? I can't quite tell. There are no holes. Is this some kind of impact bait again? But the echo is too far away for that to be a thing.
Another advantage going over to Tempo, and they're still standing 5 strong, down to 3. Scratch that.
Very surprised to see no. Very surprised to see no holes here, right, in that part. Then I want to see. Oh, this is very cool. I love that actually. I think this is so strong. Nomad in this position. Look what she can do right here. Right, you see, Nomad here, and she cuts this door. Right? And she's going to get a kill here eventually. But this is so strong against. You see how you saw the solid red line, right? Saw this guy die? Like this is so strong here. This is actually big brain shit. Because this is one of the common ways this attack dies, right? You have some defender peeking from here, kills the guy who's holding an angle, then jumps over, kills the planter. That's like probably the most common way you lose this attack. But with Nomad on this angle, you're gonna love it, dude. Actually great. Actually great. Where is that Nomad? It's the hallway between red stairs and mining. Need to breach the floor and then you can get an angle on the whiskey door.
It is a very, how do you even put this? They just caught OXG off on timing. Like Oxygen really slow reaction.
Do you think Laxing could have 1v5'd? I know where you're going with that. I didn't see the clutch, but I did see the Reddit post. Looking forward to that though. Is he going to win a 1v5 in that situation? Please no.
Despite the kind of lack of time they had.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why we're going to see a line change here from Oxygen. Get rid of the bandit, pick up the Kaid. Might try and lock down the hatches here, which I think is.
You got some mega delay on stream.
Really had a dog in that
didn't change anything.
They could flood the site from that freezer hatch. That was the only reason that they ended up winning that entire round. Oxygen wasn't ready for it because they thought that Tempo was going to stick to the.
Never mind, I thought he goes up one floor. I can show you exactly what you need to open.
There were still some areas that Tempo needed to worry about, but instead they just said, screw that, we'll just flood the site. And it worked very, very well. Caught Oxygen completely off guard.
It's here. Need to breach this part of the floor. And then ideally you also breach this, so it's nicer to play the angle, but breaching this floor is enough.
Just swings freezer door and gets immediately killed.
I like it. I always like seeing that. I think that's super smart. Doing it that way. Like that's like the missing puzzle piece to make this attack really, really strong, in my opinion. You just totally ignore Christmas. Ideally, you smoke it off because you have Ace in your lineup now. Drop. You have your sledge above, holding this. You have your Nomad above here, holding this, and you plant. I'm a big fan. Also, bros, you probably want to do, if you know attackers are going for freezer attacks, you probably don't want to reinforce the middle wall. Probably just want to have it open and play like behind the kitchen area.
this specific hallway, and he can do that pretty well from the smoke.
Because you can't, like, yeah, that's exposed to vertical play, sure. But in this kind of take, you can't open the entire floor. You don't have enough time to do that.
Storm, as everybody has gotten to the roof, Mark's working on the hatches, and we will begin the clear. Last time around, though, we saw Oxygen.
No roaming, though. I don't like that, right? Like, last round, they got so much time. They wasted so much time on the roam. I wonder why they just give that up. Like, sure, Vert died early, but I think that was just an anomaly. Now they got control very fast, right? I think that's a bit of wasted potential here.
So far, so good for Tempo Storm. It's just a big waiting game right now for Oxygen as Tempo clears out half the map.
Well, you get control of train for free. Wise has control. Could have Red Stairs control too. Kinda, yeah. You have Red Stairs control. Right now, Tempo Storm is 40 seconds faster than they were before.
Oh, a little bit of self-damage. Thankfully, it's only like 5 or 6 HP, I think. So,
yeah, K-charge here doesn't really matter, right? You can always Sophia impact that off.
Breaching charges now is that they can stun you if you're under them when they use those breaching charges. And
but I'm pretty sure Sophia just used one of her things here, and then you use double. You don't need to breach anything else, right? You just use double.
No idea what just happened, and they can also kill you.
Double ace charges. Things going fine. You see how here he also breached this part, so he can. So I can have an easier time playing the angle. I like it.
Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting.
Probably Nomad air jabs prepared everywhere.
What's the thing? The thing. Shrapnel system. There we go.
I don't like the focus on Christmas. I think you can totally ignore Christmas here. Just smoke it off and you're fine. Just drop freezer.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ooh, don't do that. That's going to be... I don't like that. I think you could just drop. But in a way you're doing the defenders a favor here. Actually, okay, I take that back, but I just think that's unnecessary. Why are you running out? Is Dream outside the window? I guess, when he dies, as Echo. Yeah, that's looking like this exactly the same. And they even have Sledge holding this, right? At least it looks that way. This time they don't have... Okay, so this is the 1v5, so let's pay attention here.
He gets denied. It's a sea of blue yet again. Tempo getting all the kills. 4 just in the last few seconds.
Okay, plant going down right now.
Let's make it 2 as he takes out Jarvis, but he's got a lot more work to do. Still 3 more players alive. He's already onto his pistol. He's gonna swing it 2. Gets another one. Let's make it 4. Laxing, what are you doing right now? He's gonna try and clutch this. The only hard part of this is he needs to realize that Mark is still above him. But the good news is he's denied the plant. He
what?
can play this on time now and just let.
The fuck is this? Okay. Let's let's break this one down.
For a good 5 or 6 seconds, he gets denied. It's a sea of blue.
Like, this is probably fine, right? You never expect like some dude here. And this is just a gunfight. Okay, so that's fine too. Now it gets problematic. Why is Ash checking freezer? There is no way Lax can be freezer right now. Like, he just killed Nomad and he was like in front of that lobby area. There's no way he's already freezer. Also, very interesting by the way. Ash is only afraid of that because she made a rotation hole earlier on, right? Remember where I thought that was kind of unnecessary? And I fucked her over actually. But yeah, like this is just weird like understanding of timing here. There was no need to check freezer. Yeah, this guy doesn't have a chance, and then... Okay. It's actually, in a way, like, it's a 1v5, right? And it's like very impressive. But in a way, it's not that impressive. Like, he got like... He got 1 kill for free at the start. Then he won a gunfight. And then he got 2 more kills for free. And then... What is Sledge doing here?
He's gonna try and clutch this. The only hard part of this is he needs to realize that Mark is still I mean, I get the idea, right? Like there is a possibility that he's here.
But as Melusi, would you corner yourself like that? Like there's still 10 seconds left. Like if there were 3 seconds left, then I can understand like trying to hide in here. But there are 10 seconds left. I think a defender wouldn't like corner himself that way. And he's very convinced that he's in that corner. Yeah, like that was a pretty nice clutch, right? But that was very much on the defense. That was very much on the defense. I mean, every 1v5 loss is on the defense, right? But this one even more so.
Oh man, creators, what are you doing, buddy? Like, you gotta pay attention, man. I don't know. I'm gonna assume he didn't.
Pretty sure Nomad did just repick with a pistol. Okay, so then she gets a pay cut too. Who else gets pay cuts? Nomad, Ash, Flash. That's probably it. They threw like in Mocket style. Very funny.
Typing in chat, I was indeed John Wick. I would agree. So, some beautiful stuff from him right there.
John Wick. Yeah.
Laxing is feeling himself right. That is for sure.
Hey man, listen. He can say whatever he wants now. He's earned
They didn't.
I don't give a damn.
They didn't go for a plant.
Very impressive stuff.
Yeah, I mean they did, right? But they did go for a plant. But Ash was just checking freezer for some godforsaken reason. Even though there was no way that Lax would ever be in freezer at this point.
They were just everywhere. They were all over the site. It was truly impressive what they were able to pull off there, especially with the members still inside of VIP.
Thank you for following. Reaper was taken. Nice name.
Just, you know, wakes up the ancient inside of himself and kills the entire team like it's nothing. So I don't know where that Laxing's been, but they definitely need him now. I can tell you that.
That was Lax only 5 kills? Oh no.
It just hasn't really been working out for him when he's usually
oh no.
In this series. That was the first time we've seen it come into full light.
But yeah, but again, like pretty good attack from Temperstorm again, right? Like gotta if you look at the entire round as a whole, right, that was a very good Temperstorm attack again.
To go back to like his kill, that was obviously the most pivotal one in that situation there. That's what allowed him to open up the actual clutch potential. I may have
couldn't think of anything else since my go-to was taken.
That might have been how he got the audio cue, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, now there's going to be some other poor Reaper who wanted to also use Reaper was taken. Now he can't even use Reaper was taken. He has to continue the chain.
Again, with this mid-level setup, is going to be the top floor once again, but this time they're not.
How many was taken can we get up to? Let's find out.
3 armors on the board. We have
For science.
And Echo all set up. So haven't seen exactly where these evil.
Okay, so let's take a look at this round. What's the side even? Cocktail, okay. No shields. No shields. I don't think I've ever seen a cocktail defense with no shields for the past 6 months. 2 mirror windows though. And this is probably just Ace again, right? You just I mean, to be fair, that's actually an area where Ace is weaker in a way, because with Hibana you can just shoot those pellets. You can shoot the pellets straight. But with Ace you have to throw them, and they're like subject to physics. So it's probably difficult actually to get the Ace charge through here and onto the mirror window actually. It should be fine, right? You just take bathroom control.
Looking for an opportunity to snag one there, but not gonna happen.
Ooh, but if you take bathroom control using an Ace charge, then Maestro can impact the remaining 2. So that could be a problem here.
In the round itself, moving ourselves through this one very, very quickly. Tempo needs to get into position here soon, but
because you like with Ace, with Hibana, you also want to open this. Like that's opening this is pretty nice with Hibana. This one.
Which is the problem they're having right now, trying to work their way through areas like the bathroom and
only 1 left. That doesn't look good. That was kind of a desperation play almost.
Nice denial there from Vert.
Did Vert? Vert doesn't play impacts. Ugh. Okay, Echo plays impacts. So he probably impact checked that one, right?
Oh, this is huge. Oh, yeah, it was definitely not huge. That was definitely a very nice kill there by Vert. Now Foxay moving up wide.
That seemed very desperate, that Ash push. I guess it's warranted, kinda. Like you are kinda desperate, that's very true.
Every curveball they possibly can at Tempo Storm, and it is slowing them down so much. Foxay got
Mr. Observer.
See if he can possibly hold this down any longer.
I don't like criticizing people that much, but
Oxygen. They've
I'd say that this is a very obvious run out.
thrown every curveball they
Observer disagrees.
possibly can at Tempo Storm, and it is slowing them down so much. Fox, they're gonna hop out of white stairs, gets taken down.
The run out itself was good though.
Factor more than anything because Mark, the rest of
That one is probably not that good. Oh, never mind. They had all the players alive. But yeah, like you want to run out here, because that gives way more freedom to, especially to Vert, who is like trapped in that corner, and also to Bio to walk around. You always jump out here. It's a very good jump out. And then because you got the kills on site, right? That's what allows Lax to also jump out, also correct. That looks actually pretty nice so far. I mean, okay, never mind. Like, I think it's even so far. That Ash push down white was kind of weird, but the other Tempo Storm attacks were kind of good. So
this is what I was talking about with like the momentum-based play that we often
should be a 2-2 at the moment.
Like that, they know the Tempo are going to be very afraid right now, and overall are going to be like a little bit discouraged. Right at the end of the day, you just lost like I think
the Observer has been pretty high for the past UNA games. Yeah, I find myself
even further by getting hyper
criticizing the poor guy a lot.
Like ridiculous extents with the window hop outs and whatnot here, just to try and seal the deal and make Tempo play incredibly passive, so they can control the game pace, and that's exactly what they did on that last round there.
Oh, it's some beautiful, beautiful stuff. Again, I'm gonna commiserate Oxygen for bringing all of these lineups that they've shown so far.
Half the time it's just misclicks. I mean, I guess that doesn't make it. I guess that does make it better. That does make it better, actually. That doesn't change the end product. Like one time Sledge is about to open the floor above someone, and the Observer switches to someone else. Or that one time Fox was obviously jumping out, and the Observer switched to someone else. Melusi is again insane here, right? Hold down white, put one here probably, I guess, to deny this push. Or like one here, something along those lines. Melusi is insane here. I think should it be same discussion, right? For theme park, should it be like further back or further up? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure actually.
Still 4 more rounds are needed for them to seal the deal on this series and get the full on W versus Tempo.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mira here. Where's the other one? Is the other one in? It's not in Cocktail. Where's the other Mira window? In Janitor? Or I think it's actually called Laundry, right? That would be the other. No. Is it in Tarps after all?
See exactly what the attack is
no.
Like. Very top-down focus once again.
What? What am I missing here?
3 or 4 players, in fact, all up on top here. Let's make it 5 as well. Now that Dream is going to be joining them, and over the next couple seconds.
What am I missing here?
Yep, we'll start to see the players moving.
I guess here is then the only possible choice. Yeah, let's see how Melusi impacts this way of clearing, though. No, it's not here. In Train. Right, but no one's playing. I mean, okay, they are playing Train. Yes. But it's also falling back very quickly. Like, I think your ultimate goal here is to fall back. But if you use 2 Melusi charges top floor, I think you can hold this longer. I wonder why they fell back so early. Like now, like they invested a lot here, right? Like a bunch of reinforcements, Melusis, the shield, ADS, and they didn't get that much out of it. I think this is very much attacker-sided at the moment. Now it's just important how Tempo Storm actually finishes this. What I like a lot here is opening this floor, this part of the floor, because that allows you to hold an angle from towards 90 by playing in Heaven and by playing like in Newbug. Then you have one on white, Nomad probably. Then you have one above, Sledge probably. This is the lineup. And then you have 2 outside Snowbug. And with this positioning, it's very possible to
Storm, so still plenty of
plan
time
behind
to
that
set this
like
well. Thankfully,
big
the clear has been done. Plenty of extra
cupboard
time.
things
The only thing
thingy.
to worry about is the extra aggression that may be coming
Closet
out from
thing.
Oxygen. But thankfully, they've shut that down. Dream hunting out through the top-down angles here.
Yeah, this is
Members of the
hard.
defense team
That
gonna
just
find out
also
a lot
kind of
more
accomplishes
coming
things, I
in.
guess.
Down goes the Malusi, and up goes
But
Tempo
sure.
in a 5v4 man advantage here, at least at the beginning of the round.
There could be some very awkward places held by Oxygen.
Also very important though. You need like your top floor players need to clear laundry though. Very important too.
Toxic Babe down to hold down reading, and that's right on timer. Actually, no, it's not. Fox already out of those Toxic Babes, and Tempo Storm now ready to take complete control of this reading.
Wow, wait, what the fuck is Tempo doing? What the fuck? They do all the things I like. Look at this. Nomad playing the angle. Like, this is so strong. This is so good. It's comparable to playing this angle right below. So good, yet so underused. I like this so much. Like, what the fuck? And I haven't, like... I like this so much, dude. What the fuck? It's actually crazy. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that at the moment. What I see from Tempo, especially on. Like I guess I didn't. I guess I disliked their theme park attacks. But I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of their cafe attacks. And then their villa attacks were good, but nothing special. But this is actually something special. I like it. I very much like it.
They won their kitchen flawless and the reading flawless.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Me and my friends crush your videos, Reaper. Great content as always. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Coming in and winning rounds, man. They're winning them decisively, and that's something that OXG definitely needs to keep in mind here. Because
Wonder if the Observer has an autopilot mode that can be taken over manually when they want to. I recall another game having something like that. Will explain the strange jumps that instantly get corrected when it's more obvious something's happening. As far as I know, there's no like autopilot thing. But I know that at the very least, Counter-Strike has like some kind of auto spectator mode. I'd assume that League of Legends has one too. But yeah, as far as I know, Rainbow doesn't. Tempo gets a Reaper approval? They sure do. They sure do.
Every once in a while, you know, when you're up 5-5, there's some things that.
Oh yeah, the thing is called Epic Pen. Program that I use to draw.
Very unfortunate for him. So,
who's their IGL? Crazy or Jarvis maybe? Don't know actually.
No, yeah, like this. I pegged this one as
Don't
a
know.
weak map for them, but to be fair, like they're holding on pretty well. They're getting torn apart to like some more aggressive plays from Oxygen, and that's happening every once in a while. But like the core gameplay seems pretty solid right now from Tempo, especially looking at the rounds they've actually won.
Very team oriented, and that's really
What would you say if there was no first-person FOV and the spectator just observed from above, literally like this, just hovering above? I'd prefer that, but at the same time, a lot of other people don't. Like this would be perfect, right? Like if we get the replay system at some point, and I can use that to rewatch matches, then this is exactly what we're going to do. We are going to be in the overview 100% of the time. So yeah, but the thing is, like, a lot of people are also interested in like the cool flicks, right, and like the gunfights. I can understand that. I can see that certainly. Very niche. Like if you think that overview is better, you are probably in the minority. And at the end of the day, it's a program. It's a program that's designed to make money. It's designed to appeal to a lot of people. You gotta show first person. Oh, like now Vert gets a shot back or what?
As Creators gets caught, unfortunately is not ready immediately anyway to take the fight over here.
Nice to see that they caught him though. They didn't let him get away with that. I like that one.
Right around like 40 HP off of Dream though, so still a little bit of extra damage which may come in later in the round, but it hasn't necessarily taken Dream out of the fight in any capacity. He can still take duels.
Nothing's taken that man out of the fight. He has an L8, sir. Or not an L8, a G8, excuse me.
Well, yeah, the G8. No,
yeah, no, G8. L8 is a...
Are they actually contesting Train here?
No G8, you know what I mean? Yeah, anyways, back to things that actually matter.
Now overview would be great, right?
The battle pass, because that skin is beautiful, by the way. And chromatic streaks, amazing. Chroma streaks. Go get it.
Okay, I can't tell. I don't even see.
If you're a DZ fan, you need that in your arsenal.
It looks like no one's contesting train. But I like the fact that Oxygen is roaming again, right? Like, remember, like, first round they roamed, then Tempo Storm had like 1 minute left to execute. Second round they didn't roam, and then Tempo Storm had 1 minute 40 to execute. Now they roam again. Tempo's again below 1 minute. So, I don't know. Makes it pretty obvious, I think, that roaming is the play here. Especially if you have someone like Vert, right, who can easily go 1-for-1.
A good job of clearing though, and this is going to be tricky potentially here from Lax. Oh, he had players rushing right towards him a second ago as well. Lined up perfectly.
He's going to get punished? No? I like the position though, right? That's a pretty cool position.
He had to move just to be clear, otherwise
somewhat unexpected.
But still, not enough time in that position in order to get the full kill on Crazy. So he's going to be okay with backing away, just the damage that he was able to get there.
I'm so very impressed, and now Laxing in the power position. Drop comes in, is Dream ready for it?
Where's Sledge?
Laxing gets the better of him. Not very much damage done.
Okay.
Laxing, he sprays
Maybe I have to retract the seal of approval. Jumping into the meat grinder. Literally jumping into the meat grinder. Yeah, you do want to have that hole, you want to have a hole above that, right? Like that's a no-brainer. I don't think I need to tell you that. But that was probably due to them being low on time again, right? And like low on drones because Oxygen roamed, so there won't be an intro. So it all comes back to roaming. Yeah, like this is a true meat grinder though. Okay. Der Richter99, thank you very much for resubscribing for 3 months. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ace had smokes right there. He didn't throw. Yeah. I mean, they should have just opened the floor above Jaeger.
I don't know about that one. That's a pretty scary one.
That's the main problem here. Like,
oh man, yeah, I just got all these.
Yeah, like even if you smoke the window, right? Like you're still kind of screwed here. As long as Jaeger lives. Like, okay, now you can drop. Like now you can have 3 guys in freezer, but still kind of screwed because Jaeger is still alive. At some point, the smoke is going to fade, and then it's going to be very awkward for you.
Now, that man is on cloud 9. This is a very scary monster, chat. It's Laxing 10-0-2.
A lot of people are interested in seeing a guy start an action and not finish it because the observer switched players. Yeah, that's Ubisoft did some market research on that. Apparently, people like that.
He's got a G8. No, actually, he doesn't have a G8. He's actually got
Love your YouTube content. Just followed you here too. Thanks, man. Thank you. I feel that above observation angle is way better, at least for me. I know I understand as well, but the other way around, you get to see the strat evolve and be put into action. Yep. Mark Twain, if you find yourself in the majority, it's time to pause and self-reflect. I think that's a quote, don't add me. Pretty sure it was Jesus. Yeah, I mean, you can just cut the first part of the sentence and it's still correct, right? It's time to pause and self-reflect. Pretty good advice for any kind of situation, no matter if you are in the minority or majority.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Always pause and self-reflect.
Steve Nash of the team, not really scoring, but he's definitely there to assist. You know what I mean? And hey, you need people like that, man. Every once in a while, the game isn't yours and it's somebody else's. And Fox.
I'm only 5,616 points away from becoming the 21 smartest person in the Reaper chat.
That can always change. Now Oxygen focused on a bakery.
What's that about?
We're gonna have a bandit trick go down though, and Crazy.
You're the second smartest person here, right? Did I miss something?
Did he use 2? He did. He got both of them.
Oh, let's go back. That actually sounds like a. Seems like an interesting round.
Attack.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Fox. He's more of the Steve Nash of the team. Not really scoring, but he's definitely there to assist. You know what I mean? And hey, you need people like that, man. Every once in a while, the game isn't yours and it's somebody else's.
Okay, bakery take. You've got Cali, so you can open. But you get impact. You get bandit tricked here, right?
That can always change. Now Oxygen. Bakery take. Already got the utility off of the wall. We're gonna have a bandit trick go down though, and Crazy.
Yep. You can actually play this, but what you need to do is you need to send Zofia, who is not in a lineup. You need to send Zofia to repel upside down on mining window. Then you can breach the floor into kitchen, and then you can shoot impacts through. That's a way of playing the bakery only take against a bandit. But yeah, like that's
going to be the
Now you just rush side probably, right? Like, what are you trying to do? You don't have any charges left.
I forgot what the utility piece name was there for just a second. But anyways,
now you just look for kills. Try to get a kill here. Try to win that way.
To that wall at all, and he still has all of his batteries. So Crazy locks down the entire kitchen area. Oxygen has to go somewhere else.
Oxygen has to go somewhere else? True, but where are they going? Don't think there's anywhere to go. Because you can't clear the entire map because you run into this. Yeah, you can't just suddenly decide to clear the entire map. Because there are going to be defenders around the map.
Not really a lot of damage traded for it. Slash gets a great
and you just don't have time to clear the entire map.
Himself down from 3rd to 2nd floor on red stairs and does manage to pick up a kill on Dream in the process.
The sad part is, though, this is all wasted time. This is not site pressure. This is simply roamers just wasting as much of your time as they possibly can. They are going to get. You
probably don't want to look for gunfights here as Tempo Storm. You want to do your very best to avoid any kind of gunfight. I guess in the end, yeah, I mean, I guess in the end you need to clear the map, right? You just have to hope that you win gunfights on clearing the map, because like there is no other way. Like so I guess I guess it's actually good to try to clear the map at this point, because that's the only way you get gunfights. And you want to have gunfights. Ooh, Refuser down. That's winnable. Kratos is a bit far away from sight. That is winnable. Never mind, not winnable anymore.
Now more swings that come in. Vert is going to be able to pick up the kill against Mark.
Yeah, that's not winnable.
Diffuser back under their own control, but they only have 18 seconds left to plant it. They're attempting it now. Here comes the rotate from Creators here. He's going to try to roll back in, but nope, Vert's already got the angle to kill him there. And with that, Oxygen are going to take control of the first round on attack, keeping their lead strong at 5-2.
That's so unfortunate for Tempo Storm. Just way too many mistakes.
Thoughts on banner tricking after the Thatcher nerf? And thoughts about the Thatcher nerf itself? Doesn't really change much for Kolik, I think. I mean, Thatcher's banned anyways, to be honest. But I don't think it really changes a lot, especially for banner tricking. Right, like you always right, like you get the wall open. Like you throw the EMP and then you get the wall open. Even if Thatcher's EMP is only disabled utility for 2 seconds, that would still not change the banner trick.
If a quick little run back on this site will work out well here now, folks on Tempo. They try to maintain control of yet another one for themselves here. Look to try and surge themselves forward. And
Automod also doesn't like the term waifu.
Tempo definitely still has some fight left.
Wait, they even censor that term. Holy shit.
Just yet. It's up to the members of Tempo to make it happen. Slash, of course, gets an amazing mention on that previous round there, did the top-down play. Those spars are not oftentimes easy to play.
Oh, you censored it yourself. Okay, never mind.
On top of whoever had actually done the setup earlier on.
Do you have any suggestions for defending Sunrise Blue on Coastline? I made a video about that some time ago. That would be my suggestion, probably. I don't think. Yeah, that didn't change. Like, what I talk about there should still be relevant.
Hey, like it's our first day back.
Don't think the meta changed.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Only like I haven't casted in like a month.
Hey, you know, like I don't know if you know this, but casting can sometimes be difficult. Very.
So Oxygen is winning, but I'm really not. Right? Like I'm really not convinced. Like I think Tempo Storm is way better at the moment.
This is the thing about Cafe. It does take a while to get to all the actiony bits that everyone loves to see, right? But the beauty of it is that
or their attacks too.
Is made by any team. The round is practically the other team. So that's the thing about Cafe. If something dramatic happens, it's like, oh, okay. Like you really don't have a leg to stand on. You know?
Oxygen should not have won that round. That first round. Losing 3 ace charges to a bandit. You do not deserve to win after that. Also, by the way, that continues the trend of Oxygen being like weak around wall denial, right? Around Heartbridge denial in particular.
Try to do things very early on Cafe, especially when you're going for a full map clear.
You can hear the prepped pump as he sits at the bottom of the stairs, waiting for players to try and push white. It's going to be a couple more seconds before he gets an opportunity to try and use that shell.
Now we even have, wow, with Jack we even have 2 sets of smokes. Although I don't think you're going to need them.
A preemptive C4 is chucked out.
So that's probably a very good opportunity to compare both sorry, both of their freezer takes. Because this is going to be freezer take, right? I don't think. I mean, you can play bakery take at this point, at this stage. It's somewhat. It's become somewhat unpopular though. Like it, you smoke this off, right? Fine. You run into side and you plant. Oh, also. You. Ah, they don't even have their flank under control. Oh, this could be difficult. This is a red. This is a double red stairs flank. Also means that they are not playing the angle into whiskey. This wanna watch out for this double red stairs flank here. That could decide the round.
Soft destruction here that could possibly allow them to rotate him. But Slash is now planting. Nitro Cell out does quite a bit of damage, but he goes immediately back to the destruction here.
Why did he cancel? Ah, because of C4. Where was that thrown from? Was he? It was. Oh, I guess that's pretty difficult to deal with actually. I think you ideally you want to plant here. That makes it more difficult. But they also, right? No. Oxygen doesn't have anyone holding this, and this is why something like this happens. Flash dies to a C4, which could have been prevented if you had top floor control. And they also won the round on the red stairs flank.
Tempo and the rest of the squad there, but Jarvis and the rest of the squad end up cleaning up this round, and that's exactly how they expected that one to go the last time. But again, just too much verticality on the previous round for them to deal with. End up getting picked off by that too often. This time around, though, able to stay up and actually end up winning things out based off of those utility uses. They kept Oxygen's I don't know how to put this. They kept Oxygen's map control on the bottom floor very limited. They really only gave them white stairs.
That just disable got longer with the change. So I kind of feel like it was something of an overall buff in Pro League. Most things you want him for got disabled anyways. Oh, that's actually interesting, right? Think about it that way.
I don't have to worry about what's going on upstairs. I can strictly worry about what's going on site.
I guess it's true.
Cases locked down, so on and so forth.
Well, Bandit can still trick if he shoots his battery, then places another one. Because the downtime is 15 seconds, switching them takes too long. If he does for picking it up, placing it down is too slow. Yeah, that's the idea, right? You just gotta shoot your own bandit charges.
Making sure that they wouldn't be able to leave freezer or the white hall downstairs, just as you had mentioned. And that's exactly what happened.
That's me, sanity on my alt. Reaper was taken. Unlucky. Yes, there is a limit to. There's a limit, character limit.
Yeah, this is very unfortunate the first time.
So that is how far we can go. Thanks for finding out for science.
Off of quite a few mistakes, but hey, I mean, you live and you learn. You know what I mean? There's not much you can do about it. Now the past is the past. The future is now, old man. Let's get into this. Tempo Storm now still trying to climb out of this hole that they've dug themselves. They need 2 rounds to tie things up, and 4 if they want to win it on this defensive side inside of regulation.
Do you see the Thatcher Reebok reducing his ban rate, or does he need to be changed more? Neither, actually, I think. I think it doesn't change his ban rate. Yeah, it doesn't change his ban rate. But I'm also fine with how Thatcher is right now. I don't really care. I like the game when Thatcher is banned, honestly. Makes people have to think harder to deal with utility.
How the next round's gonna go for them. Not always, of course, but seems to be a common trend.
Also, 3 people joining the same.
They're gonna kind of have to with a second floor site.
Inefficient.
Moment here for the folks over on Tempo. You do have both Mark and
Not terrible, but certainly inefficient. Do we see Melusi? Where are the Melusi thingies here? There needs to be one in white, right? Some point in white? I'm assuming like some point here and also on this wall?
Work their way through the 3rd floor now with Oxy very much leading the charge.
I don't see it actually. Ah, back here? Probably going to be knifed really easy, honestly. I wonder if he had info on that.
They already know where he is. He pinged the location. Mark knows exactly where to shoot, and he gets a free kill for it. Some very nice prodding here from Tempo Storm to get that early pick.
Continuing that very unfortunate story.
Okay, now I would like them to see, like you remember how Oxygen defended this? They dropped like really early, like they dropped like right now, even without the pressure.
Air jab's going to be thrown out there too. I don't even know if creators heard that, but either way, it's going to stop him.
So I guess with the pressure dropping is fine. I probably would have preferred going for a run out here instead of immediately dropping.
Oxygen can't get into any of these, you know.
Yeah, but this is looking good for Oxygen, I think. I mean, other than the fact that they lost their sledge. But that's still winnable. How many C4s left? Ooh, 2.
Vertical using his last breaching charge, I do believe, actually second to last there.
He gets a kill with that C4, Oxygen loses.
Seems that that's going to be their main focus for right now. As crazy as
if they don't, probably fine.
And dodging everywhere downstairs to try and not get killed through that vertical play. But they've jumped downstairs now. Still have to worry about.
Okay, do you just go for a plant here? Or what's the idea? 3 people dropping is usually a recipe for disaster.
Does go and check over towards mining there to see if anyone is going to be in position. Doesn't find anyone immediately, but
okay, he gets a plateau.
From that angle here. Oh, nice tracing work being done here as well from Vert. Drops a player.
Because what happens with 3 people dropping, it's very difficult to keep control of pillar. And you're also afraid of like brown stairs.
Still on the ground there too, but Dream in the meanwhile here is going to start to wrap on players like Vert, who are some of the few still left.
Yeah, like Vert has got so many angles to watch here. That's difficult.
In the site itself, Bio is upstairs having to try and play this one out from the Ash G3. He's got some bars to work with, but
that looked unfortunate.
It's so hard to get kills when they're aligned against you like that. He's going to try to work his way.
That did look unfortunate.
Scared the player on diffuser off it, but in the process of trying to pre-fire on.
But especially like see this kind of round, I think Oxygen would have done better with having 2 guys drop and have the last one on New Belk. I think that would have killed this guy earlier.
Full-on mag dumping right into one of those bars through that vertical play. Didn't get Mark at all downstairs. And if he was able to actually get that kill into the smoke, I feel like we had a completely different outcome inside of that round. But since they had 3 up, they sent the Jaeger upstairs, let the last 2 remain downstairs, and just continued to bait him on that vertical play.
I guess you can't nail ADS through the wall anymore. That just takes more coordination to circumvent using the disable window. Yeah, I like that change too. Like, I'm fine with that change.
That diffuser down. It's just that the post plant did not work out in
it should be manageable for a pro league team to deal with like the 15-second window of EMP disable.
Really like this 6 pick coming in though. Gonna have Twitch picked up in place of the Collie.
I'm sad and casual, however, that I can no longer just toss my EMPs willy-nilly into the site and get like 12 gadget destruction notices. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I think for ranked or like casual, it's actually a pretty relevant change, right? Because people in ranked can't use the 15-second window effectively. That's probably a pretty big change for ranked actually. Although like I wouldn't really know.
Of course, had quite a few victories there as well, but ultimately Tempo was the stronger team on that map, and once again Tempo is
waiting for the Dream to get a clappy mode. Yeah, he should get one probably, right? Like he's clapping after every one round. That's a That's an unusual mirror window.
Exactly where the other one's going to go. Are they going to go for a double mirror and set it up inside of
Pretty sure you can't get that from Skylight.
Okay. Good news. It's downstairs inside of train.
But it's awkward to play inside freezer, right?
That's what the site is.
Usually
really thought they were going to slap it up.
I guess it's mine. Like the site is mining, right? But still, usually you have the mirror window here with all of this open. Yeah, let's see how this works.
That's what I was saying. I was like, listen, if there's 2 mirrors going down, I hadn't checked her utility pool either.
And then you kind of want to play impacts also to protect the mirror window or mute. And I see neither. Oh, Kate. Okay. I would like to see them Kate trick that mirror window. Because like I'm pretty sure that at some point Ace is going to try to open it.
As you can see, both creators and I think 2 others from Tempo are currently holding the 3rd floor, if not just 1 other. Drone is going to more than likely spot creators here. Panic shoots the drone just to make sure that if it did spot him, well, it's not going to spot anyone else. And after the flashes do get
they have a guy inside piano.
I thought we were going to see someone leap over and try to hop in there for a sec, but that would be indeed.
I don't know about that one. That's kind of risky because you get stuck really easy, right? As soon as Auction spots this, they should repel south side. And then you are kind of stuck. Okay, you just repel south side. And what do you do now? Okay, you got 2 ADS. Oh, I guess maybe that's enough.
slightly worked.
What happens? I think there's something interesting going on here.
General Twitch being
Okay, so Vert is a bit overeager here. Dies to Jaeger. Dies to Jaeger holding like some kind of pixel. Okay, how does Foxa die? Ah, Slash, okay. Probably some. That's cool, that's nice though, right? Like, I enjoy seeing that, right? Because, like, Mark's playing piano, right? And so Tempo knows that as soon as Mark gets spotted, Oxygen is going to send someone to Southside Repel. But they already have someone in position to punish. So I like that. And, like, going one step further, Oxygen also knows that there could be a possibility that they know that they know that they know, right? So they have Slash ready to deny the jump out. Kind of fails a bit, but I think that was a very the whole situation was a very high level play, I think. I like seeing that. And in the end, of course, Tempo wins out here because the Southside Repel guy died and Kate's still alive.
Tempo still have control of Christmas as well. This is just so bad. So bad for Oxygen.
I really like what I'm seeing from Tempo here, honestly. I'm a big fan of what they've shown on Cafe so far.
Committed to this, so he must have died through some other circumstance. May have tried to make a play or something. Another one for the VOD.
That's also nice game sense, right? Just pre-firing that because you know that's where Kate's playing.
Didn't know he had already been spotted out, so Slash is going to be able to take him out. And on top of that, it denies.
I wonder if that was not a ping 2.0 play, right? Like we would have seen the pings. That was just a simple pre-fire wallbang.
Good timing on that kill.
Yeah, that's ping 2.0 system coming into play. Pinged exactly where he was. Guy had no idea.
Or was there a ping actually? Stokes just said that there was a ping.
At this point, Jarvis was the one from Tempo that ended up.
I don't see a drone.
As far as I can remember, he was never committed to this, so he must have died through some other circumstance. May have tried to make a play or something. Another one for the VOD. Mark.
I didn't see a ping. I think if there was a ping, we would see it right here.
Coming in from the hatch. Didn't know he had already been spotted out.
There was a drone here close. Yeah, but that couldn't have pinged the guy.
Didn't know he had already been spotted out, so Slash is going to be able to take him out. And on top of that,
Oh, there was a ping at Compass. That's just true. Maybe that was a ping play. Maybe that was a ping play then.
Good save. Good timing on that kill.
Yeah, that's ping 2.0 system coming into play. Pinged exactly where he was. Guy had no idea, and he shot him right in his face through the soft wall for red. So
because the thing is, like, pings sometimes do show on Spectator. Like, I've seen a few pings on Theme Park. I remember seeing a few pings.
Tempo Storm now on equal footing with OXG, but that's going to change very quickly.
What's Lax doing over there, though?
The diffuser, though, that's going to be inside of Slash's hands as he's going to get a kill as well. Waiting for the rotation here from Reading, but they need to get this diffuser down in bio.
I like Smokes so much. Like, honestly, like, Smokes always make it really possible to win in a like a 2v2 or 3v3. Smoke really really allows you to win a lot of situations. And I low-key hope that the fact that Ace is like always there, right, makes people realize how strong Smokes actually are. And then I'd hope that even if like Ace gets banned, or even if he gets his smokes removed, I hope that teams realize how strong Smokes can be.
Specifically on the attacking side here for OXG to try to push them further and get them closer to some one rounds here, but unfortunately things have been falling just short so many times.
Yeah, it's a very slow beginning for Oxygen.
Playing with a team,
every single one of these rounds.
Yeah, in high ranked for high elo players, it's not going to be a problem as well. In my opinion, it's a problem for lower ranked players, honestly, regarding the Thatcher nerf. Yeah, that's probably true. I think Tempo Storm got better. I certainly like what I see right now. So I guess that would be a yes. Although I didn't really know how they played. Like in the previous season, I didn't watch too many of their games, to be perfectly honest. Are the new Heartbreach gadgets in this league? They are, but I don't think I've seen them being used yet. And I personally think they're kinda meh. I'm not a fan.
This is Tempo more than likely closing things out inside of regulation.
Tempo definitely on a very strong run right now, and it only seems to be getting stronger there. Although Oxygen definitely trying to get close to it.
Interesting spin on the
Forcing the issue down to the wire. That's happened a few times now.
kitchen hold.
There's even been
We
one round where
actually
Oxygen have been able to get it down
roam
on
here
site, just
and actually hold it, I assume.
the post play.
This is very good against attackers that play bakery only, right? Which Oxygen was doing in the first round. Because like if you have this mirror window, then there is no chance of like some guy just sneaking up here and trying to win the round that way. But it looks like Oxygen is actually clearing the entire map now. So let's see whether Tempo Storm is fighting this, because at the moment they've got 3 people here, right? So maybe they're actually fighting this with a mirror window. Yeah, no, hedge reinforced too. I can see them fighting this actually. See how this works out.
But that's really about it. Still have to drone things out and
because obviously like default theory is you play there, waste time, shoot drones, drop down.
That's all just more damage to
But it kind of looks like Tempo Storm is actually fighting this.
Now with some vertical play here.
Okay, never mind. The first one already dropped, second one dropped. Okay, never mind. Everyone drops. Okay. Okay. So I guess they really only wanted to have the mirror window against like the bakery take to make sure that you can always play like this whole, right? Like that's the idea, right? Attackers play bakery take. You have 2 guys in train. One guy is like holding this, and then another guy is here and making sure that no one can crouch walk up. I guess that's the reason behind the mirror window.
Including the committed utility in the form of the 1 mirror window along with anything else they would have committed there. Not much coming from that, but no lost lives either. They don't overcommit to it in any sort of way. They're very smart about it.
Mint brought one on Monty on Cafe for 1 round, but I don't think he used it.
Over halfway through the round, so
yeah. I think I guess with Ace, you don't need smokes. Like if you have Ace too in your lineup. But I like smokes on Monty. I think smokes are just better.
Can also still deny from the Christmas, downstairs Christmas that is, over here by the Whitehall.
Well, it's the same thing
okay, not sure with that smoke. They're actually playing 2 sets of smokes again. Actually going for the kill here. Like I kinda dislike that. Because it's unnecessary, right? You just saw how Tempo Storm played it, right? Like Tempo Storm just dropped and they never really bothered with this guy. But I think it's possible, right? Like you isolate the guy with smokes correctly, then you just get a free kill here, more or less. But a kill is never really free, especially not if you're running into a shotgun. And now it's questionable if this was actually worth it, right? Okay, now it's worth it. But just going 1-for-1 here, I wouldn't. Not too sure if that's worth it.
Now getting that hard destruction in. We need to see the rest of OXG let at the scoreboard as this execute now starts now.
A wrap over here out from Coach Check may actually get the better of Fox if he's not careful. He's in safe.
Ooh, he gets them up. That's pretty huge, right? Because there's no none of the SSG players is above right now. None of the Oxygen players is above right now. That's a big problem. As long as okay, I think the play here is you peek this to make sure that you can't get rushed, right? Like you peek this to clear, and then you know that there's like a 2-3 second window where you can only focus on Whiskey. I think that's the reason behind the peek. But you got timed. Holy shit, where was that? Okay. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, I like the idea of pushing that out, right? Because like, that gives you like a window of safety. He got kind of screwed though, although he got kind of screwed, not gonna lie. I mean, I like the play though. Ooh, time's running pretty low. Uh-oh. Yeah. I think that was a bit always clapping. Yeah, right. So like it's questionable if you should actually invest time into clearing the Christmas player. Because I feel like you don't actually get that much out of it. You go 1-for-1 and you lose 30 seconds. And then you don't have a guy above the site anymore. Yeah.
I mean, tip of the hat to them. Some impressive stuff coming out, especially with the addition of Jarvis. Jarvis has been playing so well throughout the series so far. Not exactly lighting up the scoreboard, but playing his role to a T. Everything just seems to be working for Tempo Storm right now.
I make a video about the Goyo strats for coastline kitchen defense.
Definitely the case.
Is there like a family of interesting Goyo strats on kitchen?
Quite a bang here, especially if they can take the outright win versus Oxygen. They're only one round away from doing it, but
I mean, I guess shields are nice, but
this up and sending us into 3 more rounds of overtime to truly.
Not sure if you have a specific idea in mind here.
They've had some great stuff, especially on the defensive half, but now it's time to truly show up on the attacking side and give us that one convincing round that they need.
We got gambling on the Discord.
This will be a 2-1 victory for Tempo.
Have fun. Knock yourself out then. Knock yourselves out.
Scoreboard so far for both of these teams actually pretty equal throughout. I will say though, Slashrug top in the.
How do you get points in Discord though? By being online? Dream is like a father watching his son getting an award on stage or something. Actually true, yeah.
Hey, the hard breach players are about to have a lot of fun, man. AK-12's in play.
So let's look back as well. What I said at the beginning of the half, right? Like if Laxing wasn't going to perform, issues could show up for Oxygen. I don't think Laxing at most is going to.
Alright, regarding Laxing, how many kills does he have? 10.
He had 10 kills at the half.
Yeah.
But he got those in 2 rounds, right? Like he got the 5 kills in that ace.
That's hurting them quite a bit.
And if I remember correctly, he got like a 4K at some point.
Quite a few just these positions
Did he?
Tempo wants them to be there. And oftentimes when they walk into those spots, Tempo just shut them down round after round.
Okay, let's focus on this round. So reading and Oxygen going for a train take.
The thing for me about Oxygen is stuff like this, right? Like right now we have Vert by himself.
Ah yeah, 4K when they all dropped into freezer. Right, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so he got kills in 3 rounds. But he's got the most kills on his team. Yeah.
Really starts to lose the mark is a lot of the times when they go for these plays, people aren't traded, and it's
okay. So yeah, you don't take top floor control here. Okay, you open the site.
So it's just one of
The
those
sense. You've got smokes here actually now. Right? Like usually I really hate these train takes because you never have smokes. But here you have smokes, so maybe it's actually playable. What do you smoke? You smoke this, and you smoke whatever is not reinforced. So this probably. And then what? You plant somewhere? I guess. What I think is very important for these kind of train takes is to walk up white stairs late game. Sneak up white stairs. I'm assuming there's actually a Melusi gadget bottom white. Actually, probably not. But I think that would be good here.
So we are going to see a little bit of action here from OXG as they move themselves out into the main front area there.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, like Oxygen has coordination, right? Like all of a sudden they can clear a mute jammer and get an ace to explode.
Trying to plant there, especially with the current man count, is just going to be way too difficult.
Oh yeah, but you don't. that was quite funny. But yeah, the thing is, you do not have control of top floor, right? So playing in a pillar area is kind of risky, especially also against like Heaven. That's just kind of unlucky. Look at this. And then pulls also helps out. That was pretty funny. And that's probably just Tempo winning, right?
Able to properly navigate that duel, and they end up going down. Bio will fall as well. This is the end game, folks. It's all on Vert. A 1v4 situation.
I'm assuming that this is over. And I gotta say, I really like what I see from Tempo here. I'm a big fan. Minus Theme Park. I didn't like what they did on Theme Park. In their attacks specifically. But I very much like their Villa attacks, right? I feel like they were smart, structured. Nothing we haven't seen before, but still pretty good. But on Cafe, they really knocked it out of the park. I feel like they really had very nice attacking ideas here. I very much like that. And I guess I'd have to say that Tempo Storm improved quite a lot. I also think that Oxygen didn't really play that well. I think individually too, right? Like Vert, I think, lost a few gunfights that he otherwise wins. So I guess this result is a combination of both Tempo Storm getting better and Oxygen having kind of a bad day. Alright, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you learned something new, and thanks for watching.